In the name of the God who knows us.
Amen.
Well, I have an assignment this morning in this month in which we are talking about the financial stewardship of St. John's. I am to preach to you about how much should I give. Well, I'm not going to talk about dollars and cents. That would be presumptuous of me. Each of us knows what we can and will do. But I do want to talk about giving and receiving. So I want to be talking about loving, its nature and its rhythm. Toby and I are addicts of John Denver. There's a song that he sings with Placido Domingo called Perhaps Love. And the song goes, a few of the words from the song are here. Love is like the ocean, full of conflict and of pain. Love is like the thunder in the absence of the rain. Love wants to come closer. Love wants to give you more. The memory of love will keep you strong. Love wants to come closer. Love wants to give you more. Love is such an apple pie word. We use it all the time. But we all know in our lives either its presence or its absence. And when we associate love as absent, then we think God is absent. It's only when we feel close to love that it's easy to feel that we're close to God. And yet, if there's anything that defines us as people of faith, it is that God is always present. He is not absent somewhere some of the time and here only when he chooses to be here. Now, maybe that sounds like apple pie, except that if you let yourself open to what that means in your life, you know it's not just apple pie. You know what it's like to feel God's absence. You know what it's like to feel love's absence. You know what it feels like. The hopelessness, the despair, the ennui, the deadness of absence. And yet love wants to come closer. Love wants to give us more. That story in the Old Testament today, the Hebrew Testament, what an interesting definition of love that is. It begins by saying, I know you by name, and you know my name. What could be more intimate about love than that knowing? And yet in the second part of it, it says, you can't look at me. It'll kill you to look at me face to face. I'll pass by close, and I'll cover you with my hand to protect you, and then you can see me from behind. There is a closeness about love, and there's an awesome mystery about love that makes it totally unknowable except as it makes itself known. This wonderful rhythm that love has, its mystery, its otherness, and its closeness and its intimacy. And love is not for just part of life, it's for all of life. What was the coin all about? It's one coin. It just has two sides to it. They're not different. They're not on different coins. We have responsibility to God. We have responsibility to this world, and they're intermingled. There's no way of separating them. They were stamped like that at their birth, at creation's birth. The nature of love. The cross has always defined love. The wilderness has always defined love. It's the place of wandering. It's the place of searching. It's the place of unknowing. It's the place of hopelessness. It's the place of loneliness. It's the place of not being at home. And that's what the cross was about. Jesus went to a wilderness. The wilderness we call death. But the mystery of the cross is all intermingled, like one coin again, with the mystery of resurrection. We are the resurrection. One man dies, the mirror of divinity. We all live, the mirror of divinity. We are the risen Christ. That's not some mysterious otherness. We, for better and for worse, we are the risen Christ. Emmanuel, God with us, on the cross, in the risen life. God was never closer than on the cross. God is never closer than in our risen life. And so love is about finding us in our depths of despair, in our worst times, in our Fergusons, in our Middle Easts, in our ISIS versus the Kurds, in the streets of the Mission District, in our own lives. God is never closer than in the pain, in the thunder and the absence of the rain, than then and now. And this is what the gift is all about. This is what the gift is all about. It's the gift of love wanting to come closer, love wanting to give us more. It is the promise of the risen life in the midst of the life of our own crosses that we must bear. It's what the Eucharist is about. We are offered and given the gift of love in the bread, the staff of life, in the blood, the lifeblood, which courses through our veins. God's gift to us, humanity's gift to us of our life. And we give back to him all that our life contains, its brokenness as he was broken, its joys as he knew joy. And it is in that mixing of offerings, givings, and receivings of love that consecration takes place. That's what consecration is about. It's not some magical waving of hands. It's the giving and the receiving of love which invests in these earthly gifts, the divine gifts of love. So then, how much should we give? A little bit? Just the good things? Of course not. God gave us everything that he could be in this remarkable person that we venerate. But not just in him, in all that life has provided from the very beginnings, in the times of Moses, in the wilderness, crossing the Jordan, coming to the promised land we all yearn for, that land of heavenly love, that land of community where we come together and for a moment have a glimpse of what heaven can all be about. That's what the gift is. So how much are we to give? Everything. Everything. The darkest, most shameful corner of your life comes to that altar. The happiest, most blessed time of your life comes to that altar. That's how much we give. We've got to turn on the lights. We've got to stop the rain from coming through the roof. We've got to maintain our blessed staff. You will take care of that. We will take care of that. I have no fear about that. What I invite us all to is to give all of us to the love that draws us closer, that wants to give us more. Amen.